Greetings, YouTube. Chalk this up to videos that I never thought I would be talking about, especially on a holiday weekend. But I'm Bleh reached out because he is obsessed with his 4-star Joe Fixit. And I thought, what a cool thing to be obsessed about. And if somebody is going to take the time to record a video and send me a fairly in-depth description as to why anybody should care about Joe Fixit's buff, I figured, let's hit that play button. Notice that he has got a synergy with Diablo, Mojo, Kingpin, and Doc Ock, which is also quite fascinating. I'm going to hit the play button, and then I'm going to read what he sent me to go along with this video. Hey, Prof. Really wanted to share this with you and possibly your channel because I haven't seen any coverage on this. If you haven't seen any coverage on a champion and you want me to get the word out, I am always happy to do it. It is worth taking the time because that's what helps this community, just getting new perspectives and fresh perspectives out there in ways that I could never do on my own. Okay, I've been falling in love with Joe Fixit's buff and unfortunately only have the 4 stars, my highest awakened rarity, but I found an almost permanent stun lock rotation with him. The RNG with his dealt hands is dependent for this to work, but you can work pretty good with it to keep it going. He says, I don't see this as a game-breaking rotation, but he's found it requires a very high SIG Joe Fixit, preferably higher ranks to gain the additional hidden combat power rate, and the Mojo synergy, which adds an additional 7% combat power rate. When it all comes together, he was able to keep Captain Marvel locked down the entire fight and purposely didn't push her to a Special 3 throughout the fight to imagine that Special 3s were active. He said, hope you enjoy the video. Merry Christmas. So you can see that stun. And once again, she's locked. And a heavy, and then 5-hit combo, Special 2, stun, heavy. Look at that increase in power. And again, he's imagining that this Special 3 is active because we know this is Realm of Legends, Captain Marvel movie. Non-movie. I'm so used to saying the word movie. And, it's a 4-star, but 9,000 crit damage for a heavy is pretty dang good. And you'll notice that the only reason why this is not the most friendly strategy to use, even if it is a 4-star, is the recoil. But this is a stun lock with a crazy... Look at that power gain. I mean, it's almost like he's a mystic attacker and is getting some kind of mystic dispersion. And the RNG is just so fortunate. And I have not ever covered this. Joe Fixit is a stun lock god with this synergy and the right RNG. And it's just 2 heavies and then a Special 2. And in this case, he only has to do 1 heavy to get there, but he has enough stun duration for 2. The only thing about this is the recoil damage, but he still has an impressive amount of regen with it too. Obviously, the reason why this fight is taking so long is because Joe Fixit is indeed a 4-star. If this was a 6-star, this would be a lot more fun. Now, who knows how many people watching this have a high SIG 6-star Joe Fixit. You might have a high SIG 5-star. I don't know. But I used to call him Joe Can't Fix His Own Tie. And I feel like he's going to have love after this because this is a stun lock for such a crazy long time. This is a option to non-Hawkeye Ronin, right? And it's just continuing that same simple strategy. A couple of heavies, Special 2, stun, heavy, Special 2 after a couple hits on a combo. And he would not be in a bad situation at all with his health, even though you can argue that still, given all the recoils that he's taken, the regen actually is pretty impressive for what he could have lost health-wise. But, this is just a really cool, unique video. Joe Fixit is a stun lock god tier, maybe even beyond god tier champion with this synergy. And he did say it needs the right synergy. He also said it needed to have the right synergies. But high sig, right synergies, you're looking at a pretty exciting experience. A lot of hits for this 4-star, but here we go, down to 3%, and fired off that special one. And look at that, 96% health back. Wow. Okay, well, who cares about the recoil when you're finishing with 96% health? I cannot tell you how cool this was, I'm Bleh, to feature this on my channel. A 4-star Joe Fixit video made me really excited. I think my man Evan Peterson would be smiling to see this too, because he likes shout-outs of buffed champions, and I think Joe used to not be able to fix his own tie. Now he's fixing that stun lock. He's got that on wrap. Thanks again to the Summoner for the info and the gameplay. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below.